welcome back to Cooking by the Book. Today I decided we should try our hand at canning. And I got the idea for this because my aunt was asking how to get started. And for me, I went a little nuts. I checked out probably over a dozen books from BCPL and got a little overwhelmed. But I was really happy to find this super simple recipe from that comes courtesy of the Beekman Boys. You might be familiar with their cooking show on the Cooking Channel. And I really like this one because it goes by season, so you can find veggies to cook by season. And it really makes them the main star. So, and then this one I liked because you see it really just breaks it down into 3 simple steps. For now, we're just gonna do a quick refrigerator pickle. If you wanted to, there's also instructions for how to do a water bath canning. And the water bath process will allow you to make it shelf stable, and so if you want to give it to gifts around the holiday, and it makes it last a lot longer. But for today, we're just going to keep it simple just to show you how easy this is to do. So the first step is, first thing you want to do is you want to get your big pot of water boiling because you're going to heat your jars. And your jars, you don't want to pour, we're going to be pouring in a boiling hot brine. You don't want to do that into a cold jar. So I'm heating them up in boiling water, and you want to boil them for, you want them to have a full boil for about a minute to do that. And that will also help sanitize the jars as well. And meanwhile, I will start making the brine. So you see I use my water as my mason jar as the measuring cup because there are handy lines on that. And then we add, so about 1.25 cups of water, same amount of vinegar. Let me find my line. Some salt and some sugar. And that's it for the brine. We have a couple seasonings, but we're gonna put those in the jar so that when you pour the brine in there, it'll season everything up. And then, so I'm gonna put this on to boil now and check on my jars. Okay, now that our jars have come up to a boil for about a minute, we are ready to stuff them. And just a quick note, when it comes to canning, there's really very few supplies you need to go out and get. At the very least though, I would get, you can buy just the accessories. You can buy them individual. You can buy a whole canning kit that comes with the pot and everything. But I would at least get the accessories because otherwise, how else are you gonna get those boiling hot jars out of there? And the funnel helps too. You'll see why in just a second. Dump the water out and put your hot jar right on your workstation. Let me get the second one. And for the produce we're going to use today, you just need 2 cloves of garlic peeled. You can buy it already peeled. I did it because it only took a second. Some pack of fresh dill and some green beans, about 1 pound. I was lazy and got the ones that are already washed and trimmed. Now, so here I've put in our clove of peeled garlic. I'm gonna put in half the seasoning in each, and this is a combination of dill seed, mustard seed, and cayenne pepper. Nothing fancy, just cram it in. And now you can do your green beans. And for this one, I chose to use, these are called the wide mouth jars. You can buy normal or wide mouth. I just find for a novice, the wide mouth are much easier to stuff. But you can go with whatever you like. And the ones that are a little long, you can give a little trim to so that they will all fit in, and pack them as much as you can. And this is great to do when green beans are in season because they're so inexpensive to get, and then this way you can savor the season for a little bit longer. And now that our brine has come to a boil, we simply pour it into the jars. And the funnel really helps here, so you can be a little messy. And you'll see they start cooking almost immediately as you pour that boiling hot liquid in there. Now it's time to simply cap them. Careful, jar is hot. And there you have it, super simple canned green beans, pickled dilly beans we call them also. And you see they already turned that bright green hue, and what you're gonna wanna do now is let them cool to about room temperature, and then you can stick them in the fridge. They say you can keep them for 2 weeks. Now if you do wanna keep them longer or put them on your shelf, they have instructions in the book also for doing a 10-minute water bath, and then you just put the cans right back in that boiling hot water and process them for 10 minutes, and you're all set to go. I made a batch here. This one turned a little purple because I used purple green beans, which do turn green as they cook, but they're delicious on their own. I like them for a quick dinner. If you just pick up a rotisserie or fried chicken, they're a delicious little condiment on the side. Until next time, thank you for joining me and BCPL as we cook by the book.